my dear students. Myself Dr. Nilesh Kumar Gupta. I am working as a professor in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College in ECE department. And I will teach you today the digital signal processing subject. Its AKTU code is KEC 503. So, in my last lecture, I gave the introduction of digital filter designing. So, now in this module, we are discussing and we will discuss about the designing in digital filter. How you design the digital filter, and your digital filters are generally of two types here. First is your IIR, infinite duration impulse response system or filter, and second is FIR, finite duration impulse response filter. So, in this module we will discuss only on IIR. Okay. So, this is my ninth lecture and its title is IIR filter design first. Okay. So, in this lecture I will teach you about the IIR filter designing only. Okay. And okay. So, basic concept in IIR filter design. So, IIR means infinite duration impulse response filter. It means if your impulse response lies for infinite duration, then it will be IIR filter. So, in digitally IIR filter you can be given as the in terms of its impulse response. It means its impulse response lies at exists for the infinite duration of discrete time signals. So, it will be IIR. Now, in IIR what? This is also a filter. So, also it contains some stop band and pass band and there some frequencies. Okay. So, you have to design the filter is same. The definition of filter and working of filter all are thing are here same, but you are designing digitally here. So, whenever you talk about the designing in IIR, so you have to design this IIR via analog filters. So, analog filter specification also you should know, after that you can design. So, this designing of digital filter is possible only whenever you know the analog filter specification also. Okay. So, basic concept what I am writing here, the pass band and stop band age frequencies in the most applications are specified in hertz along with the sampling rate capital T of the digital. Then the normalized angular age frequencies are in radians are given by. So, here your omega, one is omega and one is ohm. So, omega word you are using for digital frequency and ohm you are using for analog frequency, because whenever you know in modulation, in communication you studied what every physical signal or every physical realizable signal is analog, not digital. So, always your input are in analog form. What I am saying, this is also analog signal, but you have to convert my signal or any physical analog signal into the digital. Similarly, here if you want to design, so initially you are having the analog filter specifications, then those specifications you have to convert into the digital. So, here if you see this formula, so this formula relates the relation between the analog and digital frequencies, H frequencies, like S means stop band, T means time sampling time interval you can say or sampling rate. So, omega S, this is the digital stop band digital frequency, and ohm S is the stop band analog frequency, and you can give by the formula here 2 pi f s, and this it will be 2 pi f s into T for stop band. So, this is the relation between the digital and analog frequencies. Okay. So, initially you are having the analog filter specification in terms of frequency and so on, and you have to convert that analog specification into the digital. Now, this. So, in this is for pass band, omega p is equal to ohm p upon f t. Now, again you have to use the formula. So, it will be 2 pi f p upon f t, and it will be 2 pi f p into t. So, this is for the analog and this is for the digital. So, always you have to give, or you want to give into the radians. So, these are the formula if you want to give it into the radians, or you can say this is the relation between the analog and digital frequencies that you needed for designing the filter. Now, so the objective of digital filter design is to develop a transfer function. I told in my previous lecture, by seeing the magnitude response of the filter, you can decide almost all the things about the filter. Similarly, transfer function. So, you have to develop a transfer function into digital form, or you can say h of z, meeting the frequency response specifications. So, what will be the standard approach for this? First, to convert the digital filter specification into analog prototype, low pass filter specification, and determine the analog low pass filter transfer function. Yes. So, and transform this HAS. HAS means what? This is the HAS means transfer function of A means analog filter, and HZ is what? HZ is transfer function of digital filter. So, it is in Laplace domain and that is in your Z domain, because always your continuous time signal are simplified by Laplace transform. Okay. Similarly, if you have to simplify in discrete domain, so it will be easy for with the help of Z transform. So, HAS and transform this HAS by replacing the complex variable to the digital transform H of Z. So, आपको HAS को कन्वर्ट करना है HZ में. HAS क्या है? एनालॉग फिल्टर के लिए ट्रांसफर फंक्शन इन लाप्लास डोमेन और इन S डोमेन, and that you have to convert into the Z domain, okay, or in Z plane. Now, so let the analog transfer function be what? If initially analog transfer function, analog specification is given to you, that is HAS analog transfer is equal to PAS upon DAS. Okay. So, some HAS is given to you in terms of numerator and denominator. A means analog domain. Okay. Now, you have to convert this HAS into HZ in terms of NZ and DZ. So, आपको यही करना है. At the time of IR filter designing, you have to convert your HAS into HZ, or you have to transform your analog transfer function into the digital transfer function. So, basic idea behind the conversion of HAS into HZ is to apply a mapping from S domain to Z domain. It means यदि आपको HAS को कन्वर्ट करना है किसमें? HZ में, तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं? You are converting, you are transforming your S domain into the Z domain, or you are mapping here. You are doing the mapping here from S domain to Z domain. What I am writing here, so that the essential properties of the analog frequency response are preserved. So, the mapping function should be such that the imaginary axis in S plane will be mapped into the onto the unit circle of the Z plane, because you are going from S plane to Z plane or S domain into the Z domain, or you have to transfer your stable analog transfer function into the stable digital transfer function, or stable analog transfer function, that is HAS into stable digital transfer function into HZ. तो आप कर ही रहे हैं. In the at the time of designing of digital filter like in IIR, this is the case of only of IIR, what you have to map your analog transfer function into the digital transfer function, or you are going from S domain to Z domain, or you are transforming or mapping from S plane to Z plane. बिकॉज एनालॉग में आप एस डोमेन का यूज़ करते हैं, लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म का यूज़ करते हैं. सिमिलरली इन सिमिलर वे in Z domain we are using the, in digital domain on digital filter you are using the what Z plane or Z transform. Okay. So, I hope it is clear to everybody. Now, the first method for IIR filter designing, that is the approximation of derivative method. Okay. So, what is this method? Approximation of derivative method, or you can also sometimes you call backward difference method. So, this is the very simplest method. आपको ये चीज़ ध्यान रखनी है कि जब भी आप IIR फिल्टर में डिज़ाइनिंग करेंगे तो आपको करना क्या है, S डोमेन को चेंज करना है Z डोमेन में, और यू हैव टू ट्रांसफॉर्म योर S प्लेन इनटू द Z प्लेन, और यू हैव टू मैप योर S प्लेन इनटू द Z प्लेन. So, it is the one of the simplest method for converting your analog filter into digital filter is to approximate the differential equations by an equivalent difference equation. ये आपको करना है, ठीक है. आपको approximate करना है what your differential from your differential equation to difference equation, because differential equation that you are using for analog domain and difference equation you are using for the Z domain. So, in this method what you have to put only S is equal to 1 minus Z inverse upon T into Hs, and you will get the Hz. Okay. And here T is what? T is your sampling interval, because whenever you convert your analog signal into digital signal, so at first you require the sampling. Sampling is the most important and basic part of your signal converting from analog to digital. So, T is what? Capital T is your sampling time interval. So, in this method only you have to put S is equal to 1 minus Z inverse upon T into Hs, and you will get the Hz. This method is often used to solve a linear constant coefficient differential equation numerically on digital computer. So, this is the very simplest method. Only you have to put S is equal to this and you will get the H of Z, and you can now you will have your digital filter. Now, Hs, if now question, if we see the example here, one question here. So, if H of S is equal to 1 upon S plus 0.1 का whole square plus 9 is given to you, and you have to find out the H of Z. कुछ नहीं करना आपको, क्या करना, only you have to put S is equal to 1 minus Z inverse upon T in the equation, and you will get the H of Z. So, for solving this, what you need to calculate here H of Z, and H of Z is equal to 1 upon, only you have to put S is equal to this one. So, S is what? S plus 0.1, it means 1 minus Z to the power minus 1 upon T का whole square plus 9, and you have to solve this and you will get the answer. Okay. And you will get the answer in terms of capital T. Okay. Generally, you have to assume your capital T is equal to 1, and you have to solve and you will get the H of Z. So, in this method only you have to put H of S is given to you, always H of S is given to you, Hs is given to you. You have to convert this Hs into the Hz. So, only in this method you have to put everywhere where the S is present, S is equal to 1 minus Z inverse upon T, and you will get the Hz easily. This is a very simple method, and it is rarely used due to its complexity than analog filter in some applications. Okay. Now, these are the most important method that is used in IIR digital filter designing, like impulse invariant method and bilinear transformation method. These are the commonly used method that you generally use in digital filter designing in IIR. So, first is your impulse invariant method. Okay. So, impulse invariant method, it has the equal impulse responses between the equivalent digital filter and analog filter sampling point. Okay, analog filter at sampling point. So, generally it concerned with your impulses, samples, equal sampling, that is your impulse invariant transformation method. Second is your bilinear transformation, it means you have to do mapping here. Generally you are only converting your S plane into the Z plane, you have to map your S plane into the discrete transfer function or in Z plane or j omega axis in the S plane, or j omega axis in the S plane you have to map into the onto the unit circle in Z plane. So, some mapping is there, you have to convert your S domain into the Z domain. This is a very simple method, bilinear transformation, but impulse invariant method is something different here, and these are the two commonly used method for designing the IIR digital filter, and you can use these method as per your requirement, as per your specifications. Now, if you want to design a low pass filter, like this is low pass filter, this is, if you remember it, this is like a integrator. Okay. You studied integrator in electronic circuits and devices subject. Okay. So, this is the integrator and its Hs or transfer function, it will be A upon S plus A if you calculate here, because from here you are giving the input here, you are getting the output across the capacitor here and with series resistance R. This is the RC circuit and it is like a, you can say integrator. Okay. Now, what the aim of this is to, for this simple low pass filter or integrator sorry, the aim of this is to develop an IIR digital filter transfer function whose impulse response is the sample version of the impulse response of analog filter. It can be stated that the frequency response of digital filter will be identical the frequency response of analog filter if the sampling time period t is selected sufficiently small to minimize the effect of aliasing. Aliasing what? Whenever sampling constraint is not satisfied or your sampling frequency is less than the twice of FM, then aliasing will be there. Then you are not getting the discrete time signal, your signal is analog right now. You cannot convert your analog signal into the digital signal, then aliasing will come. So, aim of this is what? That you have to develop a IIR digital filter transfer function H of Z with impulse response, that is the exactly sample version of impulse response of analog filter. So, in this method what? You have to develop, you have to convert your IIR digital transfer function whose impulse response is the exactly equal to the sample version impulse response of analog filter. So, this is concerned with impulse response, that is why it is called impulse invariant method, okay, and you have to transform your signal. Now, these are the designing step. Okay. By this designing step you can design your IIR digital filter. So, IIR filter designing is possible when Hs is given to you. If Hs is given to you, then you can convert that Hs into the Hs. Okay. So, in this designing step you can see here what? See, initially analog filter is given to you. If analog filter is given to you, then this filter is given in terms of its transfer function, that is HS. So, HS is what? HS is your analog filter transfer function. Now, HS is given to you. So, in the designing step of this method, if HS is given to you, that is the transfer function of analog filter, then you have to convert this HS into HT. How it is possible? By taking the inverse Laplace transform, or generally you are calculating the impulse response from this. What I told in my previous slide? What? In this method, what? You have to try that the sample response or impulse response of digital filter is exactly equal to the sample version or impulse response of analog filter. So, आपको एनालॉग फिल्टर के इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स को डिजिटल फिल्टर के इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स में ही मैप करना है, कन्वर्ट करना है, डेवलप करना है। सैम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स से ही आपको काम करना है, यहाँ सीधे पुट नहीं करना है, एस बराबर ये पुट कर दिया, एस बराबर दिस, जैसे हमने अप्रॉक्सीमेशन ऑफ डेरिवेटिव में पढ़ा था। यहाँ पे ऐसे पुट नहीं करना है ना, सीधे रखना नहीं है कि हमने रख दिया और आंसर आ गया। नो, हेयर यू हैव टू कन्वर्ट यूर exactly samples available in analog filter into its corresponding samples in digital domain. Then you will get your digital filter, what you needed here. So, in this designing step, at first HS is given to you, and from HS you have to convert into the HT by taking its Laplace transform. HT is what? HT is transfer impulse response of analog filter. Now, you have to do here sampling. This is a uniform sampling here. You have to sample the signal here. T is equal to small n into capital T. Small t means continuous time domain. Small n is discrete time domain. T is sampling time interval. Then you will get h of n t, and it will be your impulse response series, और it will be your h of n, you can say. इसे हम h of n भी कह सकते हैं। h of n मतलब अब कर क्या रहे हैं आप, h t को आपने चेंज कर दिया h of n में, और एनालॉग फिल्टर के इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स को आपने चेंज किया डिजिटल फिल्टर के इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स। नाउ यू आर हैविंग h of n, बट योर मोटिव इज व्हाट, योर मकसद क्या है आपका? आपका मकसद है आपके HS को आपको चेंज करना h z में, मतलब IR फिल्टर डिज़ाइन। ये याद रखें आप कि आपका जब भी आप मैथमेटिकली यू हैव टू डिज़ाइन, यू वांट टू डिज़ाइन IR डिजिटल फिल्टर, देन यू हैव टू कन्वर्ट योर गिवन HS, that is the transfer function of analog filter, into the HZ. Okay. So, now you are not getting here HZ, you are getting here what? H of n, that is the impulse response of what? Digital filter. H of n t, it means you are doing here uniform sampling, then you will get h of n t, and this is your exactly equal to the h n. Now, h n से h z बनाना तो क्या ले लें हम, इसका ले लें z ट्रांसफॉर्म, then you will find the transfer function of digital filter. Finally, you will get h of z from this h of s. So, these are the basic designing steps for designing IR digital filter under this method. Under this method means what? Under this, what we are talking about the impulse invariant method. So, इसमें क्या हो रहा है, इसमें 3 स्टेप। हम यदि किसी भी, हमें HS कैसा भी HS दिया हुआ है, हमें किसी क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म में दिया है, लीनियर फैक्टर में दिया है, या किसी भी फॉर्म में दिया है, तो हमें इन स्टेप्स को फॉलो करके उसको निकालना है। जनरली इम्पल्स इन्वेरिएंट मेथड में 3 फॉर्मूले हम यूज़ करते हैं। फर्स्ट इज फॉर लीनियर फैक्टर्स लाइक 1/s-pi। Second is for your cosine formula, like if your HS is equal to s plus a upon s plus a का whole square plus omega square, you can say cosine form में आता है। And third one is your b upon s plus a का whole square plus b square। Okay. So, it is in sine form. So, in cosine and sine form these two formulas are there and one formula is for the linear factor. So, these formulas generally you can use in this method, okay. And process is same, this process that I am showing in this PPT. So, what if we write initially, okay, what are the steps for designing IR digital filter using this impulse invariant transformation method, then first for everything, for every expression we have to follow this method. First is what? H s or H a s, what you say is given initially to you. Okay. This is the transfer function of analog filter. Then step 1, only 3 steps you have to follow, you will get from this H s into H z. So, in step 1, if H of s is given to you, first is what? To calculate the H of t or impulse response of analog filter. How you calculate H of t from H of s? By taking its inverse Laplace transform. The first step is what? H s is given to you, you have to find out h of small h of t, that is the impulse response of analog filter in time domain. Always H s is given to you, analog filters function is given, not digital directly. You cannot design IR digital filter directly, you have to design your IR digital filter via analog filters or some specification is given to. So, in this method first thing is you have to remember, in first step at first for everything, for every type of expression, any type of expression, if H s or H a s is given to you, at first you have to calculate h of small h of t by taking its inverse Laplace transform. Okay. So, this second step is what? Now, you have to do the sampling here, or you can say uniform sampling. So, uniform sampling you have to do here, uniform sampling in h of t, then it becomes h of n t. Now, you have to do the sampling in this h of t. This is the basic, that is why it is called impulse invariant method, and you will get your H n here. H n is what? H n is your impulse response of digital filter. So, in second step you will have impulse response of digital filter, that is h small h of n. Now, in third step what? In your third step you will get the h of capital H of z. Okay. So, how you can, because now you are having h of n, now you are interested to calculate h of z. So, capital H of z is equal to what? Its z transform of small h s. So, in these 3 steps you will convert your H s into H z easily. I hope it is clear to everybody. These are the 3 steps for any kind of expression is available for this method. So, by the these 3 steps you can convert your H s into H z easily. At first you have to take its inverse Laplace transform, or you have to convert this your H s into H t. Now, you are doing the uniform sampling for the particular sampling interval, uniformly sampling you have to do. After that you have to take its z transform, then you will convert your H s into H z, and now you are able to design your IIR digital filter using the impulse invariant method. So, in this way, in this my video lecture I explained you the basic concept of IIR digital filter design, and also I discussed one of the method, that is the impulse your approximation of derivative method, and the concept used in impulse invariant method. It is very important. In my next video lecture, I will explain with some examples of impulse invariant method of IIR digital filter designing. Thank you very much.